When your dog climbs on your chest at 3 a.m., you probably roll over and go back to sleep. But what they're doing in that exact moment is one of the most misunderstood behaviors in all of animal science. And the way most owners respond, without even realizing it, actually teaches their dog the wrong thing entirely. What's really happening will completely change how you see every single nighttime visit. Why does your dog always find their way back to you in the middle of the night? Not to the couch, not to their bed, to you specifically. Here's why. Dogs can detect changes in your breathing, your heartbeat, and even your body chemistry just through smell. When the house goes dark and quiet, you stop moving, you stop talking. From your dog's perspective, you've basically gone silent. And for an animal that's wired to track the people they love, silence is a trigger. So they come to check. They press against you. They sniff near your face. They rest their head on your chest. They're not being needy. They're running a check on the one person their entire world revolves around. And here's what makes this deeper than most people realize. Dogs who've lived through losing an owner, through rehoming, through shelters, do this significantly more than dogs raised in stable homes, because they know from experience that the people they love can disappear. So they check every single night. Every single night. Your dog has scent glands, and when they press against you, rub their face on your arm, or sleep directly on top of you, they're leaving behind a chemical signature, invisible to you, but crystal clear to every other animal in the house. This isn't random affection. This is biology. During the day, you go out. You touch other people. You sit in other places. You come home smelling like the entire world. And to your dog, every single one of those scents is a question mark. So at night, when you finally stay still, they reset everything. They press against you, they reapply their scent, and they essentially say, "This one is mine," all over again. Research shows dogs in multi-pet households do this significantly more than dogs who are the only pet, because when there's competition, claiming the person you love becomes urgent. You ever wake up because your dog suddenly jumped up out of nowhere? No warning, no build-up, just alert, staring at the door or the window like something's about to walk in. That's not anxiety, that's ability. Dogs can hear frequencies up to 65,000 hertz. Humans max out around 20,000. That means your dog is picking up on sounds that literally do not exist in your world. A pipe shifting behind the wall,
a raccoon stepping through the yard 2 rooms away, the fridge compressor clicking on in the kitchen. You slept through all of it. Your dog didn't. And when they hear something they can't identify, they don't run and hide. They go to the safest elevated surface in the room. And at night, that surface is you. They come to you, not because they're scared, but because with you, they feel ready for whatever it is. A study published in Applied Animal Behavior Science confirmed that dogs actively monitor their environment, even during rest.
Why does your dog always end up on the warmest part of your body? 1, not next to you, not near you, directly on top of you, in the exact spot where the most heat is coming off. This one's pure biology. A dog's resting body temperature sits between 101 and 102.5 degrees Fahrenheit, which is a couple of degrees higher than yours. That means they burn through body heat faster, especially at night when the house cools down and there's no sunlight to soak up. So they go looking for the next best thing, and that's you. But here's what most people don't realize. They're not just plopping down anywhere. They're actually scanning for the hot spot. That's why you'll feel them walk slowly across your legs, pause on your stomach, shift to your chest, and then finally settle. That whole routine that feels completely random, it's a thermal map. They're stepping across different zones of your body, comparing temperatures through the pads of their paws until they land on the warmest spot.
Ever notice how sometimes your dog doesn't just curl up next to you? They nudge your hand. They drop their chin on your face. They start doing that slow, deliberate paw tap on your arm. Until you literally cannot ignore them anymore. Until you literally cannot ignore them anymore. That's not them being annoying. That's a calculated campaign. Dogs are naturally wired to be active at dawn. So while you're in your deepest sleep, around 5 a.m., your dog is entering their biological prime time, alert, energized, ready to go, and they have an agenda. Usually, it's food. Dogs have incredibly accurate internal clocks. If you feed them around the same time every morning, they don't need an alarm. Their body tells them when breakfast is close, and they will start lobbying early. Research from animal behavior studies shows dogs can anticipate feeding times within a 15-minute window consistently. So when your dog starts pawing at you at 5:45 and breakfast is usually at 6, that is not a coincidence. That is planning. The second reason is energy. If your dog didn't burn off enough during the day, all that leftover fuel kicks in right when you're trying to rest.
I told you at the beginning there was one more reason. The deepest one. The one that reframes every single nighttime visit your dog has ever made. This is it. When your dog was very young, whether they were with their mother or whether you were the first safe thing they ever knew, they learned what safety felt like for the very first time. It wasn't a concept.
It wasn't something they understood. It was physical. It was warmth against their body, a heartbeat nearby, a familiar smell that meant nothing is going to hurt you here. You are not alone. You are okay. That feeling got stored somewhere